Good afternoon, students. Today we will see the question answers of water we drink as we have already done with the explanation part. Yes? So let's quickly see the question answers. Then we will move to chapter number 8. Okay? So let's do one part A, question number 1. Okay? So they are asking, write any 5 uses of water. So we can write 5 uses of water are, in which activity we use water, that is cooking, yes, drinking, third is bathing, yes, fourth is cleaning, yes, or you can write washing, etc. If you remember more points, more uses, then you can add on here. Okay. Now, yes, in your book, one more thing is given here. As they have asked only 5, but you can just add on for your remembering. Watering lamp, cleaning and washing, they mean same only. Okay, so you can here add cleaning and washing. Okay, and your 5th point will be watering plants. Okay. Now, what is water pollution? Write 2 causes of water pollution. So, answer is given in your book. Let's write the contamination, of water is called water pollution. Okay. Now they are asking, what are the right 2 causes of water pollution? Yes. So you can write the 2 causes of water pollution are, number 1, they have given washing clothes, yes, and bathing in water bodies. Yes, you can write like river, lake, rivers, lakes, etc. And second point is throwing kitchen waste. Throwing kitchen waste from factories, waste from factories and garbage into water bodies. Okay, this is your second answer. So let's move to third answer. What is your third question? Explain the water cycle with the help of a neatly labeled diagram. See students, uh, here the answer depends on marks. Okay, so if they ask for 1 or 2 marks, your answer will be short, and if they ask to explain in detail, your answer will be little bigger than the shorter answer. Okay, so we will see both type of answers. Okay, so that you won't feel confused or you won't face problem while writing the answer. See, the for less mark you can write the change of water into water vapor and then back to water by a natural process is known as water cycle. Okay, this is a short answer. Now, if you want to explain in detail, it depends on the question. If the question asks you to explain in detail, then you will write this another answer which I am giving you now. Or you can write water changes into vapor by the process of evaporation. Evaporation, which expand and rises up. Okay, we know that water changes into water vapor by the process of evaporation. Okay, so when water will change into vapor, it will expand. Okay, it will expand and it will rise up. It rises up. Then on cooling, vapor forms small droplets of water these droplets come closer to each other and form clouds. Okay, this process is called condensation. Now what happens? The clouds which are formed, what happens to them? Clouds cool further and fall in the form of rain and this process is called precipitation. Okay, then what happens? This rainwater, where the rainwater will fall? This rainwater falls into water. Here I am writing bodies and the cycle continues. Okay, so this cycle of water changing its form continuously goes on and is known as water cycle. See, this answer is little lengthy but in detail. What happens? This is answer. What happens here? Water changes into vapor by the process of evaporation. Yes, which expands and rises up. When the water changes into vapor, yes. So what happens? It becomes very light. So it expands. The particle expands and it rises up. On cooling, vapor forms small droplets. As we know that when the vapor rises up, it meets with cooler air. Okay, and it also becomes cool. So when the vapor cools down, again it is changed into water droplets. Okay, and these droplets come closer to each other and form clouds. So what happened? First evaporation is happening, then the water vapor changes into clouds, and this process is known as condensation. As we already know that evaporation means when water changes into vapor, and condensation means when vapor again changes into droplets. Okay, the same thing is happening here. Now what happened? Clouds cool further and fall in the form of rain. Clouds cools further, they are cooled down again and they fall on the earth in the form of rain. So when rain will fall, where rainwater will go? It will go in various water bodies. It will fall on land. Okay, so when the rain falls down on the earth, and this process is known as precipitation. So rainwater falls into water bodies and the cycle continues. This is never ending cycle. The cycle goes on. Okay, and what happens? What the next line is, this cycle of water changing its form continuously goes on and is known as water cycle. So here in water cycle we are seeing that water is continuously changing its form, means अपने रूप को बदल रहा है. कैसे बदल रहा है? Just देखिए. First it was in liquid, then again it changed into vapor, again it changed into droplets, it formed cloud, then again it came as rain on the earth. Okay, so just see how water is changing its form. Yes, so this process, this full cycle is known as water cycle. Okay, that answer was short answer and this is detailed answer, and here you also have to make water cycle, picture of water cycle, which is already given in your book. So how you will make water cycle? Just see. You will draw the picture, you will make one box, yes, and down the box you will write water cycle. Okay, so with this answer you will have to make the diagram of water cycle, which is very important, and you will have to make this diagram. In higher classes also you will get this diagram, so please do it nicely. Next question is, why is Earth known as blue planet? Why is Earth known as blue planet? So the Earth is known as blue planet because three-fourths of its surface is covered with water. See, here you need to learn, or you need to keep in mind two things, that is, our Earth is known as blue planet, first thing. Okay. Second thing, three-fourth part of it is covered with water. That day I showed you the diagram. Just see. Let's assume this is our Earth and it is divided into four parts. Okay. So what the answer is saying, that three-fourth of its surface, three-fourth, it means out of four part, three part is covered with water. Okay, that is why, and this is land, and this part is water. Okay, that is why three part out of four part is water, and that is why this is known as blue planet. Okay, let's see for first question. How is water made suitable for drinking? Let's see. So you have to write in this way: water is made suitable for drinking by, we have seen here in the chapter three processes. What are the three processes? You see. First one is by boiling, okay, then filtering and purifying. Yes. So these three things is given in your book. That is boiling. It means ubalna. Filtering. In filtering, what we do? We separate sand and dust particle. Yes, dust particle. In purifying, what we do? When water is purified, water is cleaned fully. पूरे germs को मारते हैं, ठीक है, बैक्टीरिया को खत्म करते हैं. But in filtering, what happens? Only sand and dust particle are separated. But in purifying, what happens? Water is purified thoroughly. All the germs, bacteria, dust particles, unwanted things are separated in this purification. Okay, and boiling, when we boil the water, it kills the germ. Okay, these are the main differences between these three. Okay, so and rest of the question, that is fill the blanks, which I have already given you as homework. Then circle the odd one out and match the following. I think you all are so eligible that you can do fill the blanks, then odd one out, match the following, as these are very easy questions, right? So we are done with this chapter, and you will read this chapter very nicely. Okay, you will learn the chapter thoroughly, line by line. Just go on reading the lines, because if you will get the MCQs, so that you can do it very nicely. Okay, we are done with this chapter. Thank you for today.